Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Right around the corner from National Signing Day coming up on February the 5th. Not very much excitement, man. It's not like it used to be. So much action happens back in December, right? The early signing day period. So much action happens over the course of the summer. We see so many official visits, so many decisions made before the college football season even starts. But we are about a week away. So On3 put out their updated final rankings for the class of 2025. You can roll over and see guys like Isaiah Campbell getting bumped to a 5-star prospect. You can kind of roll down through the list. Tennessee, for the class of 2025, finished 10th. The top 10 class, there were times we said, can we get that top 5 class, top 7 class? Where do we end up? Right now, they are currently sitting at 10th. I don't see a whole lot of movement here. We'll see what plays out over the course of the next week. But if you look at what Josh Heupel has done since arriving at Tennessee, he's continued to make progress, right? That's why when he came in, when he was hired at Tennessee, and we talked about where this football program was at, where they were at with the NCAA investigation, where they were at with the max exodus of players, we said it was going to be a 6 to 7 year rebuild. And I get it. Some people think you can go sign that one prospect. You can go add that one guy in the transfer portal, and that's going to make all the difference in the world. But no, you got to do it year in and year out. We talk about stacking recruiting classes. We've seen Rodney Garner do that on the defensive line. That's why they were the strength of this football team in 2024. But what happens when you start stacking quarterbacks, when you start stacking linebackers, guys in the secondary? Look at what Josh Heupel has done since coming to Tennessee. 2021 recruiting class was 23rd. And I think it's worth noting the blue chip percentage. What percentage of your players are blue chip prospects, 4 stars and 5 stars? That class of 21, 31%. That's not good enough. We'll talk about that in just a second. Class of 2022, 15th, 43% blue chip prospects. We can go down the line. 23, they were 12th, 46%. We're blue chip prospects. But do you see a trend here? We are trending up, right? 21, 31% of your players were blue chip. 22, 43%. 23, 46%. 24, 57%. So Josh Heupel is trending in the right direction. We are signing more blue chip prospects in the class of 2025. Again, Josh Heupel, this program, they are sitting at 10th in the country. 62% of your class is blue chip prospects. You got 2 5-stars in David Sanders and Isaiah Campbell. You got 5 guys ranked inside the top 100. You got 12 guys ranked in the on 300. And again, you wrapped up with 62% blue chip prospects. Let's go take a look. I put it in to Google, and it popped up on Wikipedia. Everybody's talking about Ohio State. Right, the best roster money can buy. For 2024, this is not one class. This is not one cycle. This is as a football program. The national championship football team had 90% blue chip prospects. So when you look at what Josh Heupel has done recruiting, again, I'll rattle off the numbers, 31%. 43%, 46%, 57%. We are trending in the right direction. The class of 25, 62% blue chip prospects. So how far do we need to go? Ohio State at 90%. Well, look down the list. Alabama, 88%, by the way. We beat them in 2024. You can also see Oklahoma, 73%, beat them in 2024. Florida, 63%, beat them in 2024. The bottom line is we need to continue recruiting, continue stacking classes. Yes, we have a long way to go if we want to catch up with Ohio State, but I think this is kind of eye-opening to look and see where Tennessee is at. And again, it's not about one class. It's not about that one top 5 class. One of the things that Coach Jay preaches on this channel all the time is if Tennessee can lock down a top 10 class each cycle and then maybe sprinkle in a top 5 class once every 4 years, continue to hit in the transfer portal, I think we can see this thing continue to move in the right direction. What does this class of 2026 look like? Because right now, Tennessee has a solid foundation in this class, currently sitting at 7th, but you've got Faison Brandon, you've got Tyreek King, Carson Snead. You got some legit dudes already in the boat, and we're continuing to recruit. This class of 26, I think, could shape up to be pretty nicely. Tennessee is looking to flip an elite linebacker in that class of 26. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it, but as always, do that YouTube stuff for me. Smash the thumbs up below the video. Quick, free, easy. It helps the channel. If you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media. We're not journal. We don't pretend to be. What we are is what you guys are. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like it, subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Going to be live Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Yes, we play EA Sports College Football, but we talk all things Tennessee football. If you don't have a question or a comment, you can also jump into the comment section. Just put a GBO. It plays the algorithm game of YouTube. But also, let's talk about that blue chip percentage and seeing it trend up, trend in the right direction, right? We knew this wasn't an overnight fix. Josh Heupel couldn't come in and fix it overnight. You faced the NCAA investigation. You faced a mass exodus of players, but I think Josh Heupel has done a heck of a job rebuilding this football team. Let's talk about it in the comment section. But I also want to jump over into the class of 2026. I want to talk about a 4-star elite prospect in Rodney Colton. Again, we're talking about a blue chip prospect, 6'1", 205-pound linebacker out of Noonan, Georgia. He's ranked 128th nationally, top 10 linebacker prospect. You can see the picture there on the screen. And again, it always makes me laugh. These kids come in for visits, taking a picture with Coach Hype, says had a great time in Knoxville, got some shots up with Coach. Also, he got a Curry release. Man, I think Josh Heupel likes to bring these kids into town, take them for a visit, and beat them on the hardwood. We've heard David Sanders here on the channel talking exactly about that. But again, Rodney Colton in town this past weekend for Junior Day. He just recently decommitted from South Carolina after pledging to them back in April of 2024. Tennessee, Georgia, Texas A&M, Florida were all previously in the mix. Now it sounds like Ole Miss, maybe Oregon getting in the mix here for Rodney Colton Jr. But coming up the visit this past weekend, here's what he had to say. Says, I visited Tennessee 4 times now, and this visit was great. Just being around the coaches, the people made this visit great. The people are great. Tennessee has great coaches, and I see they love to develop players and play ball. I think every school does, but Tennessee does it a little differently. We've heard so many people talk about how genuine Coach Hype is, how it's authentic, how it's real, how he cares about you as a person, your family. It's not just about talking ball all the time. Colton goes on to say, here's some of the highlights of this visit. We're playing basketball with the coaches, watching film with Coach Inge, and learning how the defense is run. What was different about this visit? Coach Inge pulled me into his office, going over things with me. I learned about the coverages. We talked about how this defense is run through the linebacker. Tennessee is most definitely a top 5 school for me, maybe top 3. Now, Tennessee got him to campus multiple times last season, even after the commitment to South Carolina. He camped at Tennessee over the course of the summer, also visited for the wins over Florida, Alabama, Kentucky. Tom Loy over at 247 Sports actually put in a crystal ball prediction for the Vols to flip his commitment going all the way back to October of last year after he was kind of stacking up those visits to Knoxville for some big-time atmospheres, big-time wins over Florida, Alabama, and Kentucky. As a junior last season, had 51 tackles, 6 sacks, and an interception. Now, Steve Wiltfong actually put out an update just recently. Says the Vols hosted several top targets, including on 300 linebacker Rodney Colton. Colton recently decommitted from South Carolina, plans to take his time with the process, but I do believe it's the Vols setting the pace right now. Went over to Go Vols 247. Ryan Callahan had an update coming off the visit. Said the Vols have been one of the front runners to land him since the fall when he attended 3 of Tennessee's home games within a span of less than a month. And the lone prediction on 247 Sports Crystal Ball still points to Tennessee as the team to beat. Now that he's officially back on the market, the Vols still appear to be in a good shape with Colton, according to sources. Says he came away from Saturday's visit still feeling good about Tennessee, but Ole Miss, Georgia, and Oregon are among the other teams in the running for him. Currently planning to wait a while to make his final decision. He already started to think about possible official visit plans, but Tennessee remains one of the favorites to land Colton and quite possibly the team to beat, although the door is open for other teams to make a move. So that's the latest. Again, decommitted from South Carolina just recently. Now Tennessee is working Rodney Colton. And you look, man, again, the blueprint is Rodney Garner's defensive line, but you look at that linebacker room, the class of 25, very, very strong at the linebacker position. When you're talking about blue chip prospects, Christian Gass, 4-star, ranked 183rd nationally. You've got Jaden Harmon, another 4-star, ranked inside the top 200 for that class. You got some legit dudes. Jaden Prelati, a guy that they worked down the wire, got the flip, got the commitment from Jaden Prelati. So they're stacking that linebacker room with elite talent. And again, it's not just a one-year fix. You got to continue to recruit year in, year out at an elite level, stack these recruiting classes, and let's continue to watch that blue chip percentage go up. Like I said, class of 2021, 31%. 2025, you double that, you're up to 62% for this class. You got to continue to do that year in and year out. What are your thoughts? Jump in the comment section. Let's talk about it. As always, smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. You really want to help the channel, think about hitting that join button down below. It's only $1. It's right there beside subscribe. You get custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, a power T beside your name in the chat or in the comment section. But more importantly, you're keeping the lights on around here, giving us the opportunity to bring you as much content as possible, not just in season, but also during the off season. You can also go check out the Talkin VAWLS merchandise, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. That link is also in the description below. But that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.